It is so funny to me that people go out of their way to hate on other people for doing literally nothing but having fun. Exactly. And some of those people are having fun and helping people, right? I saw, this was a very long time ago. I was in the hospital and there was a kid. Well, I don't think they were a minor anymore, actually. They were probably like 19 or something. But there was a person. They looked like a kid, though. Maybe they were a kid. There was... Okay, I'll call it a kid. There was a kid with their grandma, and they were waiting for their turn at the hospital. And he was showing his grandma... I think it was Iron Mouse. I know it was a big VTuber. I think it was Iron Mouse. And explaining what VTubers were. And the grandma at the start was like listening. The dude was really sick. And she was like paying attention to him and like distracting him from the pain because he was a little bit in pain. 19 could have been his mom. No, it was grandma for sure. I assure you it was grandma. Also because of the conversation. And also she was really, really old. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, the grandma was like listening to him and distracting him, but at the same time she was like, well, why would people watch this? Like, it's just a person yapping on screen. And then the kid said something like, well, every afternoon you watch those shows on TV that is just a host yapping on screen too. And she was like, oh. It was really funny. It was really funny because he was able to explain her immediately something that she could relate to. And she was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, yeah, but this has like topics and themes that is more like for our generation and for people who like gaming and like internet culture. But they all, and then he was like explaining it was Iron Mouse because he mentioned the charity thing that she helped with hospital stuff as well, and that was learning and stuff and all of that. And I was listening to this and I was like so proud. I was like, you go. It is a fair point. It is. I think that was very well explained. I don't remember how I ended up saying this conversation. What was it? Yeah, VTuber haters. Dumbasses. Dumbasses. No, it's a lot of fun, and people forget that people like entertainment, right? They like listening to other people talk about relatable experiences. People like stories, right? And knowing other people's perspectives and opinions and have a space to have fun. They like comedy, all of that stuff. And there's also a lot of learning to be done. And, you know, stories are very important. Passing on your experiences to other people is very important. Knowing you're not alone and that something happens to another person as well is very important too. Empathy is a great thing, yeah. And having that interaction with people from all over the world and making friends with each other, that's very important. I think VTubers are very important and they do a lot more work than people think. And again, I know there's a lot of grown-ups, especially the boomers, that they don't care about that sort of stuff. But then you can mention the charity work and learning and understanding other cultures, like you can speak about that part, and usually boomers will be like, okay, with that part. I feel like this happens a lot to anything that has to do with creativity or art, where people are like, why are you doing art? What is art? What is this thing? Get a real job. One that Vari actually mentions this one a lot. When you become an animator for children's stuff, for cartoons or anime stuff, and you're like, yo, I was hired as an animator for this cartoon or for this anime. That's an amazing thing. But boomers are like, you're an adult. Why are you doing kids stuff? And Vari loves to mention this one. Like, yeah, how do the kids stuff appear if an adult doesn't do that? And I feel like VTubing is the same. It's like, we are an adult. Why are you doing this? I don't feel like minors should be doing this, honestly. Why would minors be doing this? And you want to speak with someone who has some experience. And if it's like someone taking VTubing professionally, you do want them to be professional and have experience on how to manage things and be more mature about things, you know? So it doesn't make any sense either. No one takes you seriously, but still wants shows for them or their kids. Yeah, exactly. Hire kids to do them. There's a lot of people who don't understand why adult voice actors are hired to make kids' voices. They're like, just hire kids. Why are you pretending to be a kid? You're an adult. The thing is, again, the professionalism part. You want someone with experience, someone you can work with, someone you can, you know, someone who's professional and has experience, obviously. But also, kids grow up. And if you plan to do the series for long, or if you're making a movie and you know it's gonna have like a sequel or potential, maybe you don't know, but there's the potential of it. You don't want kids that grow up. You want a voice that remains unchanged for a very long time. So you do need adults to pretend to be kids in a lot of shows. But people have issue with adults being happy and whimsy. I don't know what's wrong.